everyone, it's Wendy. I'm back again to share with you these gorgeous notebooks. I've been clearing the file I keep at the side of me with my offcuts of paper. As you know, I make a lot of cards, so I have these inserts printed, and this is the offcut because most of my cards are 6 by 6. So I have these pieces left from A4 paper, and I decided to get them all, or some of them, made into notebooks. So I've sorted them all out, and these are what I am left with. I've sorted them all out into 10 pieces, so there's 20 little pages to the notebook, and they're all ready to have covers put on. And some of the narrower pieces, like these, I just fold ready to make the little concertina books. If you're a follower of mine, you'll have seen me put these on centre spreads in my journals. Just put a little belly band and slide them in, and that just gives a bit of extra journaling space. And this was another one I made. Just put 2 eyelets in and pieces of paper there. Just nice little things to keep in a handbag. So that's, going on the floor. So that's my last lot of 10 ready to go into a notebook. So let's get started. Just going to put these out of the way for now. I've been using these sheets from Lavender Blue Journals, and these lovely vintage children, and there's some gorgeous flowers. There's 8 to a sheet, and let me just higher you up a wee bit. Oops, sorry about that. And so I cut some of them out and obviously used 3 of them. Now this is, again, I've been using my waste card that again I keep in another file at the side of me, like so. And I've sorted them all out on Sunday morning, and I've put papers in here and bits of card that are patterned. I've got small pieces here that can be used to make, I have a die cutting machine, and I die cut them into tags and then stamp on them sentiments. Then a paper clip with card on. Again, they can be used for matting and layering. And then my bigger pieces I used for some of these. Now, the ones I didn't like the print on, like this, I just used the wrong side, so it's just white, and I just inked it a little bit, did a bit of collage, and then put the image on, and then found some words in my file just to just a little saying or a quote. So like I say, there's 20 pieces. I've just done like a 2-hole pamphlet stitch. Just one way of using your scraps. So this is my piece of card I'm going to use out of this bundle, and this is my set of papers. Now these are about 7 centimeters. So I'm going to cut this card about 8 centimeters wide. I just have my guillotine at the side of me here, and I'm going to fold it in half, but I'm not keen on this because it'll be too much print. Actually, it would be all right against that. Yeah, I think I will keep that as the outside. And then I like to round the corners a little bit, just the medium size on my rounder, and fold it in half, burnish that fold. Now the papers will be too long, I know that from experience, the ones I've just made. So what I'm going to do is just get my ruler and tear them off a couple at a time. Now with these, I don't throw them away. I keep them and I ink them all up like so. And then I put these in my cluster file that I've just made myself. Somewhere it's here. And once I've inked them, I just put them in here. I'll link the video below that I showed the waste from fussy cutting. It was all these pieces, loads of fussy cut pieces, and I just cut them straight, different sizes, sat and inked them all up one night, and I just keep them all in there, and then I can just put them together to make clusters like so. Just glue them down, different lengths, and then you can just put an image on top, and that makes a nice little cluster to put into a journal. So I'm going to do the same with those pieces at some point, probably tonight while I'm watching TV. So back to this, I'm going to fold these papers in half, and that is going to be my little notebook. Now I'm just going to use a 2-hole pamphlet stitch. I'll just get a bulldog clip to hold them together while I'm stitching. I have made these before. Now where's my needle? Again, I had everything ready for starting filming. I've got my awl. Just bear with me 1 minute while I try and find my needle and cotton. I may have to get another one out. Oh, found it. Found it. And I've only got a small length of cotton in it, so I'll have to get another piece. I use this crochet cotton that I acquired from somewhere, not sure where. And it's the gap to stitch. You could do a 3-hole, but I found it easier just doing a 2. Bear with me while I struggle to see. Right, let's just do 2 holes. I'm not measuring, I'm just roughly using my awl. And I'm going to have the knot on the outside, so I'm going in from the outside and back up. And tie it in a knot. Put my finger on to hold it while I make another knot. This is when you could do with 3 hands. Take that off and tie it in a little bow and snip that off. I'm just going to pin my needle on there just to keep it safe. Now on the front of here, I'm just going to ink the edges a little bit, and then I'm going to get some bits out of my scrap box. In fact, I might use some of those papers from my cluster. Let's just have a look. Use some of these. Let's just take the image off. Use some of the longer pieces. That's too long. That one would be okay. The edges don't have to be straight. I'd have cut some of them at an angle. Now I don't have to fill in all the middle because I want it, the image is going to fill the middle. In fact, I'm going to rip that one in half and start gluing those down. No rhyme or reason, I just do a very rough layout. Put it near the top. Do this one. In fact, I'm going to do one down the end first. I just find this a great way of using all your offcuts. It came about because I'd been doing a load of fussy cutting for a design team project for Rach and Bella Crafts, as I explain in the video, and I just thought, what can I do with all these? Because some pieces were not very wide, but more than an inch, like that's about an inch wide. Thought it's such a shame to throw them all, so I thought, right, I'm going to make some clusters, which is just what I did. So that can go like so. I'm just gluing these little narrow pieces on. Like I say, that's going to be hidden in the middle, so it doesn't really matter for this. Got another piece there. And I just want one more piece to go down there. Let's just have a look, find another. I'll do it. Like so. And then the image can just go on there. See, most of it's hidden anyway, so it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to use my bigger pot of glue for this. I've just cleaned all this out because I've been having trouble. See, it's blocked up again. I emptied all the glue out, took it to the sink, soaked it all in soapy water to get rid of all the remnants of glue, because I kept getting lumps in it and it kept blocking up, and it's doing it again. Is that any better? See, it's still not coming out. I honest to goodness give up with this glue. I am sick of it. Let's go back to the 3-in-1, the Old Faithful. And because it's for a notebook, I do really want to get quite close to the edges, because it'll be not getting rough handling, but it'll be in and out of a handbag or a purse. And I'm just going to put it on a bit of an angle, so you can't see a lot of those collage papers anyway. Now, not room for many words. I did have some out. Let's just see what we've got here. Let's just use this one, Go Your Own Way. I'm not sure where these came from. I just have a little wallet with words in. I'll just stick one near the top, like so, and this one at the bottom, like so. So a nice little notebook. Give them to friends, put them in Happy Mail. I take some of mine to some of my clubs and try and sell them to make a few euros for the charities. Yeah, I quite like that paper. So, and one way of using your offcuts of paper. So please leave me a comment and tell me what you think. And I don't know where I've put the other ones, just to give you one last show of them. My desk is that much of a mess at the moment, you wouldn't believe. Like so. That's another one I made as well, just using an offcut of cardboard and some of my scraps out of the file as well. There's the other one and the other one. So thanks for joining me today, and I shall see you next time. Bye.